Alright, my YouTube family, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as all of you know by now, we received a lot of changes to the game this week, and as I do on a weekly basis, I wanted to bring you a recap of everything that took place, or at least some of the highlights. As always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things The First Descendant, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, for those of you that may have missed my video from yesterday, one thing we learned was that the game did implement a hotfix, 1.1.4b, and one of the changes the game made in that patch was the fact that they removed the Register Duplicate Items button from the ETA 0 cell blueprints, as it could cause accidental selling by including the Energy Activator blueprint and the Crystallization Catalyst blueprint as well. However, it is incredibly important to mention that it was not the game's fault that these items got deleted, it was user error. Could they have really streamlined this much better? The answer is yes. In fact, they're going to work on that right now. One thing I've talked about so many different times in so many different videos is anytime you're breaking things down, my friends, you need to make sure you take your time and pay attention, because there have been multiple times where the game has stepped in and actually restored things that really they didn't need to. You know what I mean? You can see at the bottom they say Descendants who sold the Energy Activator blueprint and the Crystallization Catalyst blueprint between the time when the new vendor opened and when they finally implemented that patch yesterday. They will have their items restored via in-game mailbox sometime next week, and when I have those details, of course I will bring them to you, but again, just pay attention. You know what I mean? This is user error. It truly is a get out of jail free card. Please pay attention to detail. You know, don't make this mistake again, because chances are if it does happen, you may not be as lucky. Now at this point, we're going to revisit some of the content improvements they introduced this week. Starting at the top, they added a recruit tab to the chat. You can now post to recruit or apply for a party in this tab. Next, they changed the immunity gimmick for some named monsters from destroying spheres to destroying summoned objects. Continuing down the list, you can see Colossi no longer stray too far out of the battlefield during intercept battles. They added additional makeshift camps to the shipment base, the hatchery, and the mountaintops in the White Knight Gulch. They also changed the location of the Void Fusion reactor in the hatchery in the White Knight Gulch. Changed the condition for returning to camp after aborting missions. The infiltration operation now reward additional firearm proficiency XP. And not only that, but some infiltration operations now reward more Descendant XP as well. Again, that's a very good thing. You can see the list of those operations right below that. Moving on, they fixed the final main quest to reward level 100 firearms, reactors, and enhancement materials. Players now revive with 100% shield from DBNO. Players now have 3 seconds to cancel the start of a private operation in intercept battles, infiltration operations, special operations, and invasions immediately after it starts. They added a restart button to the HUD to enable an immediate restart after the end of an intercept battle, infiltration operation, and special operations. This button is located below the Move to Albion button. And as I said a moment ago, this is a very small portion of the patch notes. They introduced a ton of changes into the game. If you want to actually get a full breakdown of what you missed, I will leave a link to the patch notes in the video description. So at this point, we're going to talk about the new highest difficulty in the game, and they've added it to 13 infiltration operations. And we also know the game has added the 400% score multiplier. Those are going to be available in dungeons where the invasion has occurred. Once again, there seems to be an issue with the reward system. If you are having those problems, please let me know. And with that being said, I would like to take a moment and talk about the new vendor. Now, you can see on screen, depending on where you live in the world, this is when the vendor is going to be open. It is just on the weekend, so please make sure you plan accordingly, because there happen to be some pretty decent items for sale. You can see on screen I did purchase a Descendant slot. Typically that costs real world money, so it's good to be able to get that for free just by playing the game. And remember that this is going to rotate on a weekly basis, so you know, again, make sure you take some time every weekend, check the vendor out, because something that's for sale this week may not be available next week, and you don't want to miss out on anything that's a really, really good purchase. And while we're on the topic of purchasing, I want to take a moment and once again remind players out there, when you go to buy something with real world money and you're in the shop, anything you purchase is going to be in the shop inbox. Unfortunately, I continue to hear from people, and they reach out saying that they made a purchase, they go to their mailbox in Albion to find it, they don't see it there. That is because you are not going to find it there, you're going to find it in the shop inbox. So to give you a quick example, I'm going to buy some caliber really quick, and once I've done that, all I do is go to my shop inbox. You'll see me do it right here on screen. We're going to scroll down to the bottom here. Let's do that really quick. You can see I get that indication, a new purchase history, email, blah, 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 who cares, whatever. But again, I don't don't have my calibers yet. So at this point, I'm just going to scroll back over to the store inbox. You can see at the very bottom of the page, it's a reward. I'm going to click on that, claim the caliber. I am then good to go, my friends. Now, for those of you out there who go through this process and you do not see what you purchased, I recommend giving it a little time to see if that does the trick. If not, completely and totally reset your game. Hopefully that will work. If neither of those things solve the problem, that is when you open up a ticket. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to Nexon, they are known for being very slow in regard to getting back to players when they file a ticket. This is something we've been dealing with since day one. A lot of people file that claim. They get a message saying the following: "Thank you for contacting us and we apologize for the delay. Rest assured that your concern has been forwarded to the proper department for verification. For now, we can only ask for your patience and understanding regarding this, and we will be sure to update you right away once this gets sorted out. Also, if you have any more concerns, please do not hesitate to let us know." But the problem people are running into is that it can take 6, 7, 8 days to finally get that message from the game. After that, it could be another matter of weeks, if not more, to actually get another response in regard to how to fix the problem, which is completely and totally unacceptable. I've been talking about this problem since the game launched. They need to get better. I wish I had more answers for you, and as always, if I get any more information, I will bring it to you right away. Last but not least, as promised, I wanted to revisit the issue players are still having with Frena's encrypted vault shop because you tried to link your account, something got all jacked up, and you have no access to all of the descendants you have earned since day one. Now you can see this is something the game put out, I think it was on September 26th. They said, "Hello everyone, we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience that the event Frena's encrypted vault shop has caused you. If you cannot access the event, we highly recommend you contact our customer support team and do not unlink your accounts. Linking your account is not mandatory since you can participate by logging in with your current platform account, KRPC, Steam, or console. For more information regarding the event, you may check through here." They leave a link and I will put that link in the video description. But this again takes us back to the problem that some people are having where they tried to link things that got all jacked up and they still have not heard back from the game. You can see on screen we have a bunch of people who continue to receive messages saying this platform account is linked to a Nexon account. Please try logging in with the linked Nexon account. But the people never linked anything to begin with. Again, it's getting sideways. They're just trying to get answers. So once again, customer service needs to start doing a much better job getting back to people. You know, we've all talked about the fact that the game is doing a great job implementing changes that players are asking for. They do it in a timely fashion, but when it comes to actually opening up tickets and getting them solved, it is complete and total bullshit. And I'm not sitting here whining and complaining about the game. This is totally separate from the actual gameplay. We're not talking about that. We're talking about customer service. You can see on screen someone said, "So for me, it's been the 11th day since the Frena event, and my losing game progress because of the relinking/delinking Nexon account to my Xbox. Sent a ticket on the actual Nexon site with the MapleStory homepage, plus the First Descendant support page, and still no resolving the issue. And as I said previously, my fellow Descendants, I will continue to try to get you answers for those of you that are still encountering this issue. And if you happen to have this problem and did find a solution, please let us know what it was in the comment section down below. Last but not least today, my friends, we need to address an issue going on with Mastery XP. You can see the game says it has been identified that Mastery XP is awarded multiple times upon reaching weapon proficiency at level 40 in the second cycle. The issue will be fixed through a patch, and the handling of those who have received duplicated Mastery XP will proceed as follows, and you can see a breakdown on screen. Now, to be honest with you, I do not really trust what's going on with this from the game at this moment. Once they've actually implemented changes, I will let you know exactly what they did, because they do mention the fact they will provide further information regarding the retrieval of Mastery XP through this announcement. Whenever that is done, bring you those details. And with all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time. Please let me know of any other questions you may have, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.